Most of us know people who are baby boomers. That generation makes up a quarter of the population, which is at or near retirement. That's the largest number of retirees in our country's history. KOLO 8 News Now's Terry Russell spoke with an economist at UNR about what it means to our economy and newer generations.
A silver tsunami, right? Merrill Lynch cites a study that estimates that over the next 20 years, $86 trillion will flow from the assets of the baby boom generation into the accounts under the management of their children and grandchildren.
Parker says this happened because the baby boom generation saw a high birth rate and the lowering of the infant mortality rate. During their retirement, they may choose to hand over funds or do so at their death. Children and grandchildren could be profoundly impacted as baby boomers had fewer children on average than their parents did. But there are some wrinkles in this scenario, says Parker. Not all retiring or near retirement baby boomers are the same.
One of the things we see in the baby boom generation more than any other generation coming after right now is there's a greater disparity of wealth. Right? In fact, the average assets of people in their 60s is less than that of people in their 50s. If you look at the median person, right, the average person, as opposed to doing the mathematical average, which includes people at the upper end of the income stream. But there's some enormously wealthy people who will be able to pass on significant amounts of assets to their children.
But there will be others who have little or no assets. They may or may not own their own home, and some will subsist upon Social Security alone. 60% of baby boomers have a pension, 40% do not. He says health and medical expenses will also play a role in what happens to boomers' assets. He says many in this age group are worried about their health and taking care of themselves. They may live longer, which means fewer assets to pass along. The follow-up question is what the newer generations do with the money and what investment choices they will make. In Reno, Terry Russell, KOLO 8 News Now.